Good morning, good afternoon and good evening YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Joey Does Tech and welcome yourselves back to a brand new video. I've waited to do this one for a very long time and I cannot contain my excitement. Hello? Elliot from the Retro Future owned a Nintendo 3DS XL, or I think it was a Japanese version, and it was called LL. It was faulty and he tried to replace the top and bottom screen, as well as there was like a crack. The shell was bent, it was an absolute hideous mess, and he'd done an amazing job to get it up to a standard where it was presentable. Elliot then ordered a replacement top screen and bottom screen, but I think there was like a mix up with the screens they sent out to him, and one of them seemed to be faulty. It was missing a pin or something, so he wasn't able to fully restore this 3DS XL. I will include Elliot's video on the 3DS XL in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. It will just give you a nice little backstory and the origin of where this has come from. This was sent over to me in that box of goodies that I received back in like October time. This is the 3DS XL in question. And that bit falls off at the top. You can see the little crack that we have down here, and Elliot was actually kind enough to give us what he ordered as well, which is a new faceplate. So we have a new faceplate with no crack, and that's going to be absolutely fine. I'll take you over to the desk now and I'll give you a run through of what I've purchased in order to try and fix this 3DS XL. Let me start by showing you the actual fault of the 3DS XL. So I'll just move this out of the way for the time being. If I turn the device on, we get a blue light, as you can see here, but nothing displays on the screens at all. Absolutely nothing. So the good thing is that there's power going to the board. My guess is that both of the screens are completely screwed. There's a lot of cracks everywhere, so we're gonna have a look at that. So you might be thinking like, Joey, what did you purchase to try and repair this? I'll show you. So the first incorrect thing I purchased was a bloomin' 3DS. Not a 3DS XL, a 3DS, a digitizer. So that was a waste of money. I mean, I might need one in the future, and shout out to Z Labs, it came really quick and well packaged, but yeah, so that's game over. What I'm trying to obtain from this video is just to get it on and get the screens working, so it's not too bad. However, we do have I don't know if this is top screen or bottom screen, I'm gonna have to check, but this is either top screen or bottom screen for the 3DS XL, so that's good, that's a replacement. This actually cost me £18.93. So the parts for 3DSs are still actually quite expensive. I think that was the bottom screen. And then over here, I then have the top screen. This was £18.95. We'll call it £19 each. So we're talking £38 for a top screen and a bottom screen for this console. I'd also like to disclaimer that I've never taken apart one of these before, so this is probably going to go horrifically wrong. Therefore, I'd rather not bore you with my commentary, and I will do some sort of montage to get through this. Shell has now been prepared. As you can see, I've transferred all the components over. This was a little bit tough, so apologies if you didn't get much of an angle. You probably didn't get much of an angle for most of it, but that was actually quite tough, that analog stick. And now we probably move on to what is known as the most fiddliest part, which is the top screen. There we just have 4 screws. Yeah, if it's anything like the DS Lites, it will slide down, which that just has ever so slightly. Tell you one thing for sure, Elliot has done a great job of putting this back together as well as he has. I'm pretty sure this is the one he took apart. You've got all the camera at the top and everything. Now I could be pulling out these screens and they might be absolutely fine. So therefore I'm not gonna twiddle everything about and and just rip it out, because they could be still working. It could be something wrong with the board rather than the screens. But I thought the first point are cool, and it's always handy to have screens, right? That is disgusting. Like, it just shouldn't ever be a thing. Actually, I feel sick. God, that was stressful, man. Let's try and transfer over to this new blooming screen. I legit thought I was recording, and I've evidently missed the hardest part of the whole thing. And it was tough, it was difficult, but I had to roll this back through. Now, you might be thinking, but Joey, what's going on? You still got the screen protector, the film on the front of the screen. Well, yeah, because I don't know if it's gonna work or not yet. So, yeah, I'd rather just put that on. Oh, wait a minute, I've got things sliding out left, right, and center here. What's just happened? So yeah, I'm gonna keep the film on for the time being, and then if it ends up working, and I haven't got the bezel for it and stuff either, because the old screen is meant to have like a black bezel around the outside, and then I take that off, and then I can stick it on here to make it look complete, but it doesn't have that. I need to get one of them in anyway. The whole point of today is to just try and get it working. And I have left the camera out, so I'm gonna have to take all of this out and do it again. Okay, I think we have a fully put back together top screen. Let's just put the screws in. So I'm having some real trouble trying to get this hinge. I'm gonna try and explain this the best I can, okay? So here I have the hinge, right? And I need to push this in, but it does not go. Like, in any way, shape or form, it does not go. I mean, I've tried so hard. You can see how, like, I've even chipped a bit of the plastic here. I've been forcing it in, trying to force it in with pliers. I've tried a prying tool. I've tried a screwdriver. I've tried everything I can to, and you cannot physically. I mean, look how easy it comes out. Watch this. Right, so hinge. All I need to do is literally push here and it's out. Look at that. So easy. I just cannot for the life of me get it all the way through. It just doesn't happen. So I'm gonna have to go to plan B. You might be asking, Joey, what was plan B? I've just not put the hinge back on. Now, this is obviously for testing purposes. I need to see if this is actually working or not. Everything else seems to be okay. Here we go. Right. Does it turn on is the question. So with the hinge not being a thing, we're just going to pretend that it's got a hinge, okay? Now, the bottom screen doesn't have a digitizer, so this touch screen isn't going to work, and I've left everything on so I don't smudge anything. So when I do get these parts, then it's going to be an easy, I say easy. This is one of the most tedious consoles I've worked on. And it's not even just for the ribbon cables, it's for the hinge, it's for a couple of things on the back. Does it turn on? Moment of truth. Yes. So the light is on at the bottom. But, so you can see here, the light is on, but we don't have any thing on the screen at all. None of them, neither of the screens. So here's where that leaves me. This screen and this screen, which doesn't have the bracket on, are probably fine. I have successfully replaced this, which is good, I guess, because it gets rid of, you know, it being cracked and stuff. I have searched high and low for forums and videos online about what to do with this switch, and nobody really covered, sorry, the hinge, not the switch, what am I talking about? This hinge here, nobody really covers what you need to do. Sorry, it's over here. So I'm still a little bit miffed about it. I mean, yeah, the screen still definitely doesn't do anything. Is the volume on? Nothing happens. The volume's on, I can't hear anything. The light is just blue, so I actually need to try and revisit. Maybe it is something actually wrong with the motherboard. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long to listen to me ramble. I really thought I'd be able to fix this. I thought it was both the screens, but it does make sense that, you know, neither of them had like had any scratches or like lines or anything like that on them. So, you know, I preemptively and stupidly bought these screens for quite expensive. But I mean, it's the first time I've taken together and kind of semi put back. If we take the hinge out of the question, semi put back the 3DS XL. Very fiddly, especially if you've got like sweaty hands. It's very fiddly, very tough. But I guess it's one of those things, the more you do it, so like with the Nintendo DS Lites, the more I take them apart, the more I put them back together, it makes the process easier. Keep an eye out tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing a live stream with this, say hello to you guys and take it apart, diagnose the motherboard and see exactly why this is potentially going blue light and showing it's on, but there's nothing projecting on the screens. See if we can fix it maybe together. I'll try and watch a few videos. I wasn't really paying attention to the blue light. I didn't research that up and say, oh, screen's not on, but blue light on, because I seriously thought it would be the screens. But rookie mistake. Should have done a bit of research into that first. So if you're around tomorrow, keep an eye out for a live stream. Sorry I haven't been able to fix this today. This is going to kill me. It's very annoying. I'm very frustrated, and it took me hours to try and swap both of those screens around. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you soon. Peace.